Hey thinkers, welcome back to Think Sharp Alley, where every turn leads to a smart solution. Hey everyone, today we have brought to you two case study based questions from the chapter Polynomials, which came in CBSE Board Exam 2026. Let's start with this one. So there is an arch of railway bridge built on Chenab riverbed is shown in the above diagram. It's a parabolic arch and you can see it's a downward facing parabola connecting two hills at P and Q. So if the parabolic curve is represented by the polynomial this, we have to observe the diagram and based on above information, answer the following questions. First question is to write the coordinate of point A. Point A is lying on y-axis, which means its x-coordinate is 0 and y-coordinate will be. Now, you know since it's lying on the parabola, the value of the parabola itself is called y, right? So we just need to find out the value of the parabola when x is equal to 0. So that means we have to find p0. Now when x is 0, which means this term and this term gets eliminated. It becomes 0, right? Because 0 into anything is 0. We are left with only 136, which means y's value is basically 136. So the coordinate of point A is 0, 136. So we are done with this. Next part asks us to find the span of the arch. Now what do we mean by the span? Span of the arch means the horizontal distance between its two support, like the width of the opening. That means the horizontal distance between P and Q. So from O to Q it's 238.5 and from O to P it's 228.5. So the span of the arch is equal to sum of these two numbers, just the positive values, because we are finding out the distance, the horizontal distance between the two supporting points P and Q, which is equal to 467 units. Now the third question is to write the zeros of the polynomial using diagram. So from the diagram, you know already that the zeros are the points at which the graph cuts the x-axis. So that means our zeros are minus 238.5 and 228.5. And next we have to verify the relationship between the sum of the zeros and coefficient of the polynomials. So we know already sum of the zeros must be equal to minus b by a. So let's find out the sum of the zeros first. So sum of these two, which is equal to minus 10. And now it's time to verify the relationship between the coefficients and the sum of the zeros. And now it's time to see what is minus b by a. That means coefficient of x minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x squared. So coefficient of x over here is minus 0.025. So that makes it plus 0.025. Divide by a is minus 0.0025. And that is equal to minus 10. So it's already verified and we see that these two are equal. So now it's time to move on to the next part of this, that is the OR part. They are asking find the values of px at x equal to 100, which means I need to find out p100 and p minus 100 and check if they are same. So what is p100? In place of x I put 100 and we simplify. So 100 squared is and multiplied with 0.0025 means the point will shift 4 places towards the right. So it makes it minus 25 and here 2 places towards the right. So that makes it minus 2.5 plus 136. So that is equal to, which is equal to 108.5. Now it's time to find p minus 100. Now because of this minus sign, only the sign of the x linear term changes and rest remains as it is. So we have minus 25 plus 2.5 and plus 136. So I hope you understand that obviously the answer will not be same because of the change of sign of this middle term. And over here we get 113.5, right? So what will be the answer of this part? Are they same? Obviously no, they are not same. Okay, that was the first one. Now let's see if you can crack the second case study question. This is our second question on polynomial case study. So during a theatre drama, a backdrop of building arches was used and the shape of the curve shown below can be represented by the polynomial given to us, where x is the length in feet on stage level. So determine the height of the arch. What do I mean by the height of the arch? It means the distance between the base and the highest point of the curve. So in this case, the highest point is C. So we have to find this vertical distance. Now, vertical distance in graph is always given by the value of y, right? X coordinate gives the horizontal distance and y coordinate gives the vertical distance of the point. So, how do I calculate y? X part is given. So, that means y is basically, I've told you, the value of the polynomial, right? So, in this case, y is equal to p1, that is value of the polynomial when x equal to 1. So replace x by 1 in the equation. So I get this, and hence over here answer will be 9. So since I have to write in unit, so the height of the arch is 9 feet because here the unit of length is feet. Next, we have to find the zeros of the polynomial px. Now, in order to find this, we have to factorize the polynomial px, right? So, we will first write polynomial equation, okay? We'll equate it to 0 to find the zeros. And then we will factorize by middle term break. So, here the middle term break is 4 minus 2, right? So now grouping and factorizing we get, and now so to find out the zeros, we'll equate each term to 0. And that gives me x equals to 4, and from here I get x equal to minus 2. So the two zeros are 4 and minus 2. Which points on the graph represent the zeros? So obviously the point where the graph touches the x-axis, and those are point A and point B. So A and B on graph represent zeros. Now let us move to the OR part of this question. Find the span of the arch on the stage floor. So as I've discussed before, span of the arch means the horizontal distance between its two supporting points, that is A and B. So span of the arch is given by, now you have understood the value of A must be 4, right? Over here, x coordinate is 4 and B's x coordinate is minus 2. So this is minus 2. So which means the distance over here, this is 2 feet and this part is 4 feet. So the span of the arch on stage floor would be 2 plus 4, that is 6 feet. While finding the length or distance, we do not take the negative sign. We take only the positive value, right? Now let us move to the last question. Write the coordinates of the point of intersection of the above curve with the y-axis. So where does it intersect the y-axis? It intersects y-axis at this point, right? So obviously coordinate of x will be 0 and corresponding y's value I need to find, which means I need p0, right? Remember, y's value is always the value of the polynomial at given x. So over here x must be 0. So I need to find out corresponding y's value. So p0, which means only in place of x, I'll put 0. So these two terms automatically become 0. And hence p0 is just 8. That means the coordinate of the point of intersection of the curve with the y-axis is 0, 8. So this is it for today, and if you want the complete explanation of the polynomials chapter, the full video is available on the channel. And if you have found this
Opens your mind.
useful,
Stay curious, stay confident, and remember, every sharp mind needs a sharper ally. Catch you next
I'll see
time.
you in the next one. Bye-bye.